Alright, so here today we got something pretty cool. I wanted to talk about this because yes, we now know, after all of the summer stuff we've gotten, after the original stuff that we've gotten, we now know how they approach these limited updates, and this is kind of what we can expect from the future of the game, because kind of that's what they want to do. And it's not a bad thing, definitely not. People are mad that no, this should not be the case, but 99% of gacha games do it this way, so I don't know why people are mad about this. I did see a Reddit post about like 2-3 weeks ago where it was like a big complaint. Mainly, the guy got ratioed, but I'm not saying anything to the guy. I'm just trying to say that yes, it's not a bad thing, and I think it's pretty cool. So, want to know about limited banners for the future? Like and subscribe, helps out a ton. Let's jump into this. Let's break it down. So, first up, to start off with the first limited banner, there was something very, very simple. It looked like this, a great limited banner. You had 3 characters. One was an SR, 2 were SSRs. Sound familiar? That's the first thing. That is one thing that isn't common. You go over here to summer. This we'll consider is the real summer update. You know why? I think that the first part of summer wasn't really a part of summer because it was like 2 throwaway units, right? You never got your free SR in that update, and whenever they do, and this is why it broke the norm for me, we've got the first summer update because there was no free SR. I was like, wait a second. Did they replace that with Rappi's costume? Is that what they did? Which, if you will consider it, free SR costume, is that enough? Then I was like, okay, maybe something's wrong here. And I was expecting when Summer 2 got announced, I was like, okay, probably we'll get a free SR in there, right? And that's why I started Doom posting early. I'm like, no, they better not make Anchor and SR. Like, such a great design, gonna be relegated to an SR. And in the end, you got relegated to an SR. So, what you can kind of expect from future limited banners is 2 SSRs, 1 SR. Which again, that's only the first thing. There's one more thing, but guess what else had the same thing as 2 SRs? Or rather, 2 SSRs, 1 SR? Yeah, Chainsaw Man. So again, there you go. This is how they approach a limited banner. 2 limited SSR characters, 1 SR. Again, Summer Part 2 brought you this one. We're not going to count Summer Part 1 because it's basically the same thing. You got what you wanted. You got an SR. It's kind of the case, if you will. A celebration in Nikke means you're going to get a free SR. If you look at Dorothy's update, Ray was the first free SSR. So I hope in the first anniversary they do the same thing, which would be very nice, okay? People are joining the game still that don't have Ray. Realize that now. So giving Ray plus a new SSR can help them crack 160. That's a different point for a different video. But again, I do hope that is the case. But in this update, 2 SSRs, 1 SR. Again, in this update over here, 2 SSRs, 1 SR. But yes, in Chainsaw Man, so for Nier, it will be probably the same thing. 2 SSRs, 1 SR. Which again, in my book, it's pretty cool. It just sucks that the character that gets the SR treatment, it sucks, right? Himeno wasn't too great, and neither was Anchor. They both weren't great. Ray wasn't terrible, but still, she's an SSR and still wasn't that great. And then again, if you were to look at Neve, wasn't the best, but I think that she was the best SR out of the bunch that we've gotten, so there is that. Like, she actually is good for some comps, but beyond that, you don't really need her. There are SSRs that replace the spot, but again, to each their own. That's the first thing. On to the second thing. The thing that you can also expect is, yes, you're going to get an SSR character that is a old SSR character, get a new SSR variant in the limited range, and then you're going to get an old SR character, get a new updated limited range of an SSR variant. So basically, this may sound mad complex, but I'm going to try to make this part way easier to understand. They took one old SR character, made it to an SSR. They took one old SSR character and just transferred over to an SSR, correct? So in this update, she's the SR, she's the SSR. In this update over here, she's the SR, she's the SSR. And then in this update over here, she's the SSR and she's the SR. So again, if you look at it, you're always going to somehow get one SR and one SSR through the limited banner system. Again, what I wonder is, how long is this actually going to last? Because there's not that many characters beyond this that really can get dropped, right? A lot of people don't like this character, so like, I wonder, right? In comparison, there's Delta. Is she really a popular character? Are they going to market a Delta banner? Could be, right? Definitely could be. But in like 1 year, there's going to be not many SSRs left at this rate, right? If you were to look at it. But again, Ether could get like a Halloween variant. Micah could get like a Christmas variant, shooting Christmas presents. I don't know. Mihara, can't wait for that variant. That's my opinion. Moving forward, there's a bunch of characters, right? Rappi hasn't gotten her SR variant, or SSR variant, sorry. Anniversary will bring that to you. Anniversary will bring that to you. That's why it didn't happen, but it's fine. Moving forward, that's there. So only SR variant, there's not much left, but again, that's currently how they've approached it. SR, SSR. Over here, ignore that. SR, SSR. Over here, SSR, SR. So in the future, that's what you can also expect. But that's not the only thing again. There is one more thing, right? If you look at it, out of everything, both of these characters were old characters. That's what they did. They took a character that exists in the game and gave it to you. Neve is a brand new character. She's brand new, correct? Neve is a never before seen character in any capacity. That's there. Over here, brand new. What am I saying? Brand new. Rerun, right? So like 2 characters we've already seen in the game got their variants, pretty much. Over here, characters we already saw in the game got their variants. But if you look at it here, Anchor was a brand new character. So the SR is always brand new, but the SSR are just limited variants of characters we already own or have in the game, right? And this is why people got mad at it. It's like, no, I want to see my first ever summer waifu be a separate character, one that's not in the game, which there's not many games that do that, right? Most gacha games release you limited variants of a character you already have, which is why it's hyped, right? If you look at it like Grand Cross, another game that I cover, Meliodas gets like different variants because he's like the main character. It's really cool to see that. If you look at it for a game like Bleach, multiple characters get summer variants or winter variants or whatever variant because it's kind of cool. It really is, right? Black Clover, all of the variants that you got are for characters that already exist in the world. That's kind of how they do it, and that's why I like it. Again, in the future, maybe we see a character that's not in the game like that, but for now, it's probably going to be the case that they're going to take their roster and milk the fact that it's a character that is popular, and then go off of the fact that they're popular and give them units that they deserve, correct? So like in the future, we could see, this is why I'm saying it, Halloween Exia would be perfection. Just imagine, Ghost Girl Exia, I don't know, is that not checking out? I don't know, my opinion, but there are plenty of characters they can kind of take and put into the world. Like we can get the Bunny Girl twins as Christmas units. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, all right? Beautiful, beautiful potential right there. I know someone just chef kissed behind the their phone right now. They're like, that would be great. Moving forward, there's many things that can happen, right? So in the future, we can also kind of expect that. What also was kind of put, ignore that. What also was kind of put as like a norm that really isn't the norm anymore was that they took an old character that's a non-premium, not a premium banner, a standard banner, which is this over here. Again, standard. Remember that. This is not standard, right? So again, in order, we got this as a standard character. This was the first ever character to break that mold. It was, again, Helm getting one character, so premium characters can also get it. It's not the fact that, oh, we're relegating it only to our standard characters. Even Helm, who was the first ever banner for the game, right? Yeah, first ever banner for the game, I think. It was either her or Laplas. Was one of those two were the first. Was it Laplas then Helm? It was something like that. I don't know. But again, she's the first ever premium banner to get a limited variant. So in the future, we can also expect other premium banners to get it. Hence, why am I getting spammed? Oh my god. That was Nikke tweeting. A photo with Mast. Great. That's very helpful. But moving forward, any premium banner. So we can get like Winter Mast, right? You can get like who else can we pick here? Like, I low-key want to see Sin get a new variant. You know what I mean? Various reasons. Like Guilty getting a variant? Nah, Chief, that's too much. But hey, potential is there. D could get a variant. Anybody, right? Any banner can get a variant now. As you've seen, Helm, a premium banner, finally get a variant. So again, broke that mold, but that's currently where we're standing at everything. Again, in the future, we know what to expect basically from the near collaboration. 2 SSRs, 1 SR. From every banner in the future, that is a limited update. 2 SSRs, 1 SR. There can always be a part 2. We have that new precedent set that there was officially a part 2, which is really cool, right? I do think there is potential for a part 2. Again, people say, oh, too many limiteds, which again, it's also true. But if they're not doing it like back to back and they're giving you gaps in time to at least save currency, it is pretty good. But again, over the next few months, there will be no currency left in your account. I can guarantee you that because again, you're going to run into Nier. You're going to run into probably a limited banner. If they do Halloween, I don't know what they're going to do there. You're going to run into then a, entire festival, which is an anniversary. And then after that, you're going to run back into Christmas. So think about that now. Within the next 4 months, you're going to get two or three limited banners and 1 full update festival anniversary banner. Just let that process, okay? You're screwed. I can't help you, okay? With that being said, that's all I got for you here today. Wanted to just talk about this so you know what to expect from future limited banners. Basically, there's a lot to expect from them. Again, they could change the norm at any point, but right now, for the 3 updates we've gotten that had limited characters, they've kept the norm at the status quo. So right now, we're going to run with that. So again, that is what we know. That's what you should know, and that's what I know. Thanks for watching.